the kingdom, man. Feel being at rest. Okay, not having to wake up and be in hell. Go, to work for this devil, man. The faith is gives you the vision to see what you're fighting for. Because what does the scripture says, man? It says in Hebrews 11th chapter that faith is the substance of things hoped for. The F2. Just hold on one second. My phone. It says in shit. Bear with me one second. It's Paul spoke about how we're supposed to walk, right? We're not walking with our actual eyes that we have on our heads, man. In this walk, in this truth that we're in, 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7, it says, for we walk by faith and not by sight. All right? We walk by faith and not by sight. And to believe, to see the kingdom, you need faith in order to see the kingdom. And faith is what? The evidence of things not seen, man. You know? So actually believing in the kingdom, okay, fighting for this truth, it takes what? It takes faith. Okay? That's the number one main ingredient that you gotta have in this thing, man. Okay? And faith comes by what? Praying, fasting, reading, meditating, all right? Building up your spirit. That builds up your faith, and that gives you the endurance, gives you the eyes, okay, the spiritual eyes to see what you're fighting for. Okay? Because if you don't see the kingdom, if you don't see being royalty, if you don't see being, a ruler, seeing your enemies destroyed, then you won't fight for it. Because even when go to battle, you do what? You strategize first, right? You got to strategize. Now, when you strategizing is you what? Foreseeing, he probably going to try to come this way. So I'm going to set up a garrison right here. This you do you go to battle. Why? Because you're foreseeing the actual fight. Okay? You're actually foreseeing the victory. This is how I'm going to get victory, by doing this, by setting it up this way, by putting this amount of men over here. Okay? So that's the same way that we got to see, that's the same way how we got to do this. I got to set up this way. All right? I got to push this, I got to keep pushing. This is the same thing, man. All right? Because the Lord talks about, in the scripture, he talked about it talks about 2nd Esdras chapter 7, I'll start at verse 7. It says, the entrance thereof is narrow. So I'm starting at verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, is full of all good things. That's the kingdom. Okay? It says, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water. So so small that there can only go one man, but one man go there at once. If the city is now given into a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive the inheritance? I said, it is so also is Israel's portion. So our portion is to do what? Is to go through this narrow passage, man. Okay, to do what? To enter into that city that is built with all good things in it. Okay? That's our portion now. Okay, to maintain being on the right path, going the right way in a world that's going the opposite, so that we can get into the city that is built for us, man. Hey, how the scripture says, the kingdom is already prepared. Watch. Now, how are we watching? We're not watching with our two physical eyes, watching the kingdom be prepared. Okay? We're not looking up in the sky and seeing the angels or whatever building the kingdom, Yahweh Shai building the kingdom. No. We're watching spiritually, man. We're watching because the Lord told us to do what? That these things going to come to pass before he comes back, all right? Matthew's 24th chapter. All right, the wars and rumors of wars, all that is leading up to our kingdom. The elect being sealed, all that is leading up to our kingdom. This word being pushed out throughout the four corners of the earth. Now we see all this, All right? We see all this through the spirit, man. We see all this through the spirit. And these carnal people, they don't understand that, man, because they're looking at everything carnally. They're looking at everything. That's why the scriptures talks about how Yahweh Shai said to Timothy, right? I mean, not Timothy, to Thomas. Uh, what? Blessed are they that believe and have not seen, because Thomas, he said, unless I see, the nails and I feel them, I won't believe. And that's what these people, man. That's what these people are in this world. They want to see stuff physically. But guess what? That's because they have no faith. They lack faith. And that's what's going to end up happening. That's what's going to cause them to end up being destroyed. That's what's going to cause them to end up being having no protection during that time, because they actually want to see something to believe it. And when they finally do see, it's going to be too late. All right, they're going to see their desolation as a whirlwind. They're going to see the destruction. They're going to see their children being eaten. Okay, they're going to see that they have no food, during the famine, no water. That's what they're going to see. But we going to see, the salvation of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because we believed it even before it happened, man. Okay, but I just wanted to bring that out. It was on my spirit. Lord willing, hey, to the ones who can see it, you're blessed, man. Just know that. Okay, don't pay attention to the naysayers. Don't pay attention to none of these reprobates, man. We see they're mad because they can't see what we see, man. All right, they can't see the things. They're jealous. They're envious at the fact that we have faith in so we actually see something clear to them that is invisible, and they hate us for it. They hate us because they didn't get blessed with that gift of being able to see the glory, the kingdom, the rest, our enemies falling. All right, they don't want us to have that faith, because they only want to see what's carnal, man. Spiritual. They only want to look into the mortal. Scriptures told us to put off our mortal thoughts, man. We look past the mortal. We have immortal thoughts, man. All right, we have thoughts of immortality, everlasting life, stuff that they can't see, they can't comprehend because they're low. But the Yahweh Shai say, "You are from below. I'm from above. I'm from the heavens. You're from the earth, man." And Yahweh Shai said that we're not from here, man. We're not from here, man. We are of this world, but we're not in this. We're in this world, but we're not of this world, man. All right, and because of that, we see stuff that nobody else can see, man. Okay, but Lord willing, this is edifying unto the elect. Okay, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Baha Rakah Kodash. Keep watching, man, and keep having that spiritual eye. Salawam.